Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Your Sunny Arches, and I am, of course, Your Sunny Arches. And today we're going to do a love reading for Capricorn men and women for this first half of June of 2020. Once again, we're going to do a love reading for the first half of June of 2020 for men and women. And we're going to start off with the men. So let's see what love messages we have for Capricorn men for this first half of June. Be mindful of any sort of dishonesty, not telling your whole truth, um, nothing but the truth. Okay, may not be the only thing, but just be mindful of that. Deception has been coming up a lot in a few of the readings, even if it's just a card I just happen to see while I'm shuffling. One more. Excuse me. Love messages for Capricorn men. Okay. Seems like this might get a little deep. Just a little. Okay. It says pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So it's something you've had on your mind for a minute now. Um, that's a lot. And you may have observed some things, so I'm sure you have some questions in mind, right? Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Playfulness, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. You deserve love. You are lovable, and free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So, you've got a lot of great cards. I think what you need to do is just be mindful of any, um, like little white lies. And be mindful that you are, like I said before, honest and truthful. I did see the deception card in there as I was shuffling. Excuse me, I'm yawning. I don't mean to be. Um, but I take it it's it's just things that you want to look out for. I would always say I would and recommend that you go with your intuition. I think that's your best route to take. Okay, so if something's not right, you need to address it. And if you don't address it and you keep putting up with it, then don't be surprised with the results you get in the end. All right, so make sure you address those red flags, um, and that your expectations are clear and you communicate them effectively. Now, you have all these other great cards, right? You feel so there's somebody, that you have your eye on. I don't think this is for someone who's married. I think this is more for someone who's single, dating. You have your eye on someone, okay? So Capricorn man, there's this physical attraction between the two of you. There's this chemistry. It could be both lustful and, all based on the physical part of the two of you. You get the little butterflies in the pit of your stomach, and it's cute and it's fun. And because of that, you tend to flirt, you tend to be playful with that person, and it helps to build on the romance, right? That way, the two of you are kind of feeling the same for each other. And it says you deserve love. So maybe you feel like, because of your experiences in your past relationships, that, oh, I'm not lovable. I've made too many mistakes. I'm probably just going to mess this up now. And no, it's not that. It's just they weren't the right person for you. Excuse me. I was perfectly fine, and now all of a sudden everything's just hitting me. Now I'm tired and everything else. But mind you, I was just fine a moment ago. Anyway, uh, don't worry. It's just the time. That's all it is. So you do deserve love. You are lovable. Whatever mistakes you have made in the past, or whatever experiences you went through in the past with past relationships, just learn from them. It doesn't mean that you're a horrible person unless you did horrible things. In that case, I mean, I can't help you there. Okay. You're gonna have to learn to forgive yourself and move on somehow. But maybe you did things that weren't right, or you experienced things that were done to you that weren't right. So you um now need to take those lessons that you learned and you need to apply them. So you think about what it is that you want, what you don't want, and understand that you are a human being who is worthy of love. Everyone's life has value. Just as you have value, you deserve to be loved in the way you need to be loved, right? So there's this thing called love languages that I've just recently learned about. Everyone's love language is different. It's up to you to find your love language and to find someone who is compatible with that. And that can is something that can be possible. And then last but not least, you have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So absolutely. Not only do you deserve love, not only may you have an opportunity with this person, okay? Doesn't seem like anyone from the past. It's somebody current, right? But you need to free yourself from these negative feelings that are not allowing you to to be yourself. They're not allowing you to be able to move forward, to move on with your life because you're still holding on to all the negativity. Shit happens. Point blank, period. Shit happens all the freaking time. Okay? Believe you me, we all know this. Okay? Things happen. Whether we expected them to or not. It's just what it is, right? You know, good, bad, stuff happens. What are we gonna do? Stuff happens, you go through it, you deal with it, and now you have to pick up the pieces, put that puzzle together, learn from it, figure it all out, and apply it to yourself so that way in the next opportunity, you can do better. Now, you can only control you, you can't control the other person. Unless you're a manipulator, and if you are, well, damn. Uh, I don't know what to say. But other than that, I think it's just, you needing a little bit of motivation. And here, I'm giving you that motivation. You deserve the love. Everyone does. Okay? You are who you are. So, therefore, that's why I say you need to understand what your love language is. You need to understand what it is that you want, what you're looking for, how do you want to be loved, I think is very important. Everybody's always asking why, but what about how? Right? How do we apply it? How do we use it? How do we, um, how does it all work? Right? And then what would complement that? What would be a compatible way? What kind of person am I looking for? And the quality. So based on your past experiences, that's how you develop that list. Um, what we can do now is take a look at, pay attention to the red flags and find out why the heck that's there. Because all the other cards seem great, but that's there. So if you feel like you need to hold back, then that may not be the person for you. All right, that's your intuition letting you know, you really don't need to go down this road with this person. you can really save yourself. And maybe that could be what you're freeing yourself of. A possible disaster that does not need to happen, a possible disaster that is avoidable. But you do have to go with your intuition. You do have to acknowledge what those red flags are. Once the red flags are there, there's no need to continue to pursue something when you know that it's just simply not right for you. And let people talk what they want to talk. Let them judge. Let them say, this is your life. People are going to talk. And then when you turn around, you see them doing everything they told you not to do. Don't worry about everybody else. You worry about you and you handle it the way you need to. All right. So let's take a look at pay attention to the red flags. Why is that card here? I got a lot of cards. I'm going to put it back. And then we're going to take a look at chemistry. So pay attention to the red flags. 10 of air. That means something is dead, done, and over. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Uh-oh. You got 5 of water. So there was a broken-hearted moment. Things not turning out the way you'd hope. Not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilt milk. So the 5 of water, it can be looked at kind of like as an overall energy. So I'll put that here for you since we are taking a look at it. In case you're interested, you had to make a decision before, but that's why this is here. You made a decision, you knew something wasn't right, and you had to end that. Okay, so the 5 of water is, it's a regret. It's it says here, not seeing the positive in a situation. So to me, that's letting me know that it's just not reinforcing. I don't know. It's a word and I just can't think of it right now. It's just reiterating. That's the word. What you deserve love is referring to. You do deserve love. You're not maybe although there's this physical attraction between you and this other person, and maybe even the libido is matching, like the sex is great between the two of you and all that. That's wonderful. That's great. But those red flags are there. You see them, let it go. So that's what the 10 of air is like. Listen, we're going to have to use our logic in this case. Is it necessary to go through something? Absolutely not. So let's, dead, done, and over this nonsense now so we don't have to suffer from it. So you just take the good things that you learn from it. Appreciate that. Let it go. Appreciate it for what it was. And be grateful that you're not going to pursue something that can lead to something, heartbreaking that you didn't need to go through. All right. So let's take a look at why is you deserve. Well, let's take a look at it. Why you deserve love is here. Why is this card here? You deserve love. Why is that here? This deck is something else. Okay, that's a few. That's okay. All right, so we're going to address it this way. So Capricorn men, you are completely in your element. The Knight of Earth is here. You are the Knight of Earth. You're loyal, you're dedicated, you're honorable, and you're kind. So please keep those words in mind. You are that. What other people think of you is what they think of you, right? But maybe there's a reason why you had to be that way, okay? Because you got to pay attention to the red flags. So, people want to talk what they got to talk. Let them be. Whatever their opinion of you is, it ain't none of your business. Just keep it moving. So as a Knight of Earth, you had to make a decision as to whether to continue something or let it go. And the choice is basically to let it go. And remember, After this card, the Five of Water, I did show you that the next card after that at the bottom of the deck was the Two of Pentacles, right? Or Two of Earth, which is the same suit as this. That means that, yes, there is a decision. The renewal card here is equivalent to the Judgment card in regular traditional tarot. So usually that's the universe coming to make a decision. But considering that you're here in as a Knight of Earth, you were given the opportunity to make that choice. Okay, it was your divine opportunity to do that, and you chose what appears to be not to, because you have for yourself, right? So we have one more card here. Yeah, I want to make sure I pick it up the right way. You have Eight of Water, a desire to move on, to search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. So what does this mean? So you decided to let something go. You decided to end it, right? Dead, done, and over. And it was definitely the right choice, because you have here for yourself, and you have Eight of Water, a desire to move on, to search for something more meaningful, spiritual, and emotional growth. So it could also be indicative of you needing to take this time to focus on yourself, to ground yourself, to align yourself in a more spiritual and emotional way. You could do that simply through meditation and through prayer. You could also, for the emotional part, you can do it by um, taking a moment to understand and identify what it is that you're feeling, acknowledge it, accept it, and appreciate it for what it is. It doesn't matter if your feelings are negative or positive. It's a feeling, it's an emotion, and all emotions are valid. We all have a reason to feel the way that we do. Okay, it's just a part of the experiences that we have as we continue to journey on through this thing that's called life. So, uh, now that you've done that, now that you've ended it, this, um, whatever it was, whatever type of relationship it was with this person, first off, I don't. It was nothing really all that serious. You were probably just beginning. It was just on a physical level anyway. And now, as you regroup, right? Once you regroup and you're whole again, you're healed, you taking the time um to overcome any heartache and anything like that. You're also going to have the opportunity to focus on your spiritual growth and your emotional growth, right? When you do all that, then you're going to be able to find the right person who's going to able to, I don't want to say feed that, help you to continue to feed that energy, but more of like to be compatible with your energy, right? And so what we'll do now is we'll take a look at some advice cards, Capricorn men, to get a better handle on uh, what are some best advice for these next couple of weeks. Yeah. Love advice cards for Capricorn men for this first half of June of 2020. Please and thank you. Okay, well, that's a lot. I'm definitely taking this one and that one. Okay. So it's important for you to embody the energy of the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is someone who is very strategic in the way he does things. Like everything that he does is done in that way for a reason, right? And not only that, but he is also, oh wow, I'm gonna take it. He's also someone who's able to, not just able to, but has great discernment to know what's real, what's not, what's true, what's not, what's right, what's wrong, and be able to call out any bullshit and cut it out. able to cut out whatever is not benefiting him, right? So you need to be able to use those abilities and that energy of the King of Swords to do the same. Okay. When you do that, you'll begin to lift yourself up out of this pit that you seem to be in. Sometimes we dig ourselves uh, into a rut without realizing it. And then by the time we wonder why nothing's moving, why are we stagnant? Why are we still in the same place? Why is nothing that I'm doing working? Well, we've kind of dug it up ourselves because we're not focusing on the right things. We're focusing on the wrong things. And now you have an opportunity to focus on your spiritual and your emotional growth. And that's going to allow you to come out of this pit of despair almost, right? This dark night of the souls type of energy where you feel like you're not lovable, like you'll never find anybody, you're meant to be, live out this life, the rest of your life alone, and all that. And instead, not only will you begin to come out of this pit, but when you finally do, because you see here the light is starting to come out, she's looking up, and so she's getting ready to rise out of there. Once that happens, you'll be able to take a bit of a mental break, maybe a little vacation. Okay. That rest and relaxation I'm getting is what you're going to need after that period. And that's okay. As you're resting, there will be a period of pause, but the pause is because there's a transformation in the process that's happening. So everything is going to be paused around you until you are ready to move on. When this time is up, when you begin to feel like, okay, that's it, I can't really wait no more. Like, okay, that is when you'll be ready and you're going to receive communication because you see the black swan that's there. The black swan for me is to there's definitely an important message that's going to come your way, okay? Facing the same direction of the as the young woman here. And she's holding the shoe, the red shoe. Um Red for me is passion, it's fire. I've heard that it can also be considered to be stability. If that's the case, it would be more of you having an opportunity to ground yourself once again to the present and the reality of what your situation is. Okay. Um, and then once those two things have happened, you have a lot of birds here and they're swimming peacefully. So this rest and relaxation period is very, very much needed, very much deserved, Capricorn men. And then finally, after this time period, you're going to emerge embodying the energy of the Queen of Wands. So what that means is once you've had this opportunity to relax, you're going to be self motivated to do more, self motivated to go after what it is that you want. Um, More specifically with things that you are passionate about. Okay. You're going to be, and it would definitely be a great time for you where you'll be able to shine and people will definitely, I would say, even take a huge notice of you. Right? Because she's there, she's shining, and she's really standing out, I think, and it's definitely your time to shine, your time to rise. All right, Capricorn men, I hope this helps. Either that or you'll come across as fire sign female, and good luck with that. All right, so I'm gonna leave you here with that. That'll be the energy for this first half of June, and I wish you the best of energies during this time. And let me know how this all resonates with you. So, if this is where we end our day, then I'll see you the next half of June. Talk to you then. Now we'll go on to Capricorn ladies. All right. Ooh, Capricorn ladies. Cards already want to come out. That's good. So we're going to now do the love reading for you ladies. For Capricorn, love messages for Capricorn ladies for the first half of June of 2020. Yeah, a little bit of a deep breath there. That's fine. All right. Whoa. This one might be a little deep too. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Capricorn men had a lot. Sorry. All right, Capricorn ladies, we have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Then we have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I think it's about not just giving your relationship a chance, but giving it some time. Continue working on it and be patient. You know, you might need to go a bit more with the flow than trying to make things happen, you know. You deserve love. And you are lovable. I think with the times that we're going through right now, you might feel so. Before I continue, let me say this. It already looks like this is for someone who's in some sort of a relationship. You could be dating, and maybe you're dating exclusively at this point, or you're in an exclusive relationship. You're engaged. You're living together. Whatever the case is, right? The point is, you have that significant other. So you could be dealing with some things right now. So I want to say external conflicts. Okay, external conflicts that are affecting your relationship. They're things that don't really have to do with you, but for whatever reason they're affecting you, and that's probably because either you or your significant other is paying it attention. By paying attention to it, by trying to get involved when you don't really need to, it's now pulling you and your significant other into the fray, and that's definitely something you don't want. And if that's something that's happening, then now you guys may need to take a step back to work on yourselves, to work on your relationship, bring it back to what it was, or even to a better state. And it's something that is going to take a little bit of time, right? And all this because you do deserve love. Maybe you feel for whatever reason that you're not deserving of it, but you are. You're being asked to express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So if you've been caught up in some drama, now is the time to take a moment and let them know that you do love them. Maybe even apologize. I feel like there's an apology in order. Like, it's understood that all you were trying to do was help, but it wasn't it really wasn't your place. And so you may have to apologize to your significant other for that. It says make the effort. So great love is worth... Why am I still shuffling? Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. You know what? I'm going to take those 3 cards. Okay. Attraction, children, and keeping an open mind. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Your love life is being affected by children, and your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. This is more for like someone who is single and casually dating. So if you're trying to manifest this new partner may have children, or you may have children, or there's children in the mix some way, somehow. My apologies. You have children. So you're concerned about this, you have concerns about who your future partner may be, right? You want to bring somebody in, you want to manifest a person that is going to love you and your children as well, right? So you're attracting romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So by being present in the present, that means that by actually participating in living the life with your children, instead of like me, I'll go and I'm stuck on my phone for like hours because I'm reading all the headlines or whatever. um, you're actually present with your children. You're doing things with them, okay? And what they're saying is you're gonna need to keep an open mind, because the person that may be for you, and I say may because I'm not the one who's going to choose. It's going to be up to you to choose, right? So the person that may be for you is going to be different from the type that you normally go for. Okay, so you got to keep an open mind for that. Kind of got a feeling like you kind of know who this is already, but if you don't, it's okay. It's someone new, definitely. Um, and if they haven't come into your life yet, they will soon. Okay, so let's see why give your relationship a chances here. I took the additional 3 cards because I wanted to be fair, especially since I did it for the Capricorn men without meaning to really. But they did have a lot going on, and you ladies do too. So I wanted to make sure that I was being fair to you as well, and making sure that you got the messages that you deserved. All right. So why is give your relationship a chance here? Please. And thank you. King of Water. The King of Water is known as trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So I think the first statement is what really pertains to the situation here, which is to open your heart and mind to those around you. So I guess it's to kind of like look at things as you're working through what you need to work through. Um, Make sure you're open to their perspective, to their opinions on what they perceive is happening. Okay, and I think that's also important as the so it's kind of calling for you to embody the energy at this time of the King of Water to better uh to give your relationship a winning chance here, worth waiting for. Why is it worth waiting for? So the King of Water is able to control his emotions and knows to follow his intuition. He understands it. He knows how his intuition works. So he knows how to follow it. And you need to do the same. You need to keep your emotions in check. It's not like you're not going to feel anything. It's more like you're feeling the emotions, but you're not going to let it run your, you know, run and cloud your mind. Okay. In other words, you acknowledge what you're feeling, right? But you're going to put it to the side because you also want to not just analyze it, but you want to be able to understand why you're feeling the way that you're doing, but you also want to understand the other person's feelings and their perceptions as well. Okay, then you have the sun. So the sun is to clarify worth waiting for. It says happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. By having confidence in yourself, you're going to realize that yes, you do deserve love. It's going to give you that opportunity to express the love and to make the effort. Okay. So with the sun, once you're going to work it out, it's going to be okay. Uh, with the King of Water and the Sun card here, you're going to be okay. Your significant other is going to be okay. I wouldn't be surprised if your significant other is a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or even a Leo, right? Um, so you guys are going to be able to work it out. And like I said, once you work it out, you're going to reconnect and reestablish your relationship back to its last point, almost like a video game. You know, like when you die, you know, and you're brought, you know, in the next life you're back at, you know, where you were, the last place where you were. It's like that, but you're gonna be there, but it's gonna be so much more. Okay, let's take a look at the children card. Why is children here? Mhm. Children, why is the children card here? Please and thank you. Oh, Empress and Eight of Water. So the Empress, as we know, is the motherly figure. Normally, she's about ready to give birth. Here, she's already holding the baby, so she's already given birth. I take this as you being their mother. You've had to move on. They've seen what you've had to go through, and they see that there's this new energy in you where they can feel it, they can sense it. You're leaving all of this behind, right? And in case you're curious, it says here lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. So it's also calling for you to definitely get into your empress mode, and be very mindful of your children. Make sure that you're nurturing yourself and your children at the same time while you're waiting and looking out for um your, what does it say, your soulmate. I prefer to call them your kindred spirit, whatever label of spiritual connection that you believe in. That's what you're going to call it. I'm just going to address it as a kindred spirit because it just encompasses everything, I think. So now, as an empress, they know, they see you as this beautiful, nurturing, loving mom, right? And they're so glad that they have you and they want you and they need more of you, right? Remember, I did say you get to be more in the present. That attraction, it's allowing you to be more present. So you're noticing that your children are coming to you more, they're clinging to you more, but because they need you, but not just because they need you, they want to be with you, right? There's that energy in you, that new, it's almost like a fresh, a breath air, right? You've given birth to something new. You're giving birth to yourself again, is what I feel, as a woman, as a mother. And your children are feeling it, they sense it, they perceive it, and they're loving it. Okay, and they know that you had to let something go in the past. They understand that, and I feel like um they want you to find somebody. They want you to find somebody who's going to be great for you and who's also going to love them, right? But children are children, and they're going to think more about, oh, mommy, you know, is my mommy happy? I hope she's going to be happy. um And so that's the case here. And I, oh my goodness, I just love, I just, in most of the other readings, I felt, except for Capricorn, I haven't really felt too much of anything. But in some of the other readings, I felt like, because it was somewhat intense, and I would feel this cold breath of wind or something, cold energy. And with you, with Capricorn ladies, I feel this love, such a warmth, like I'm hugging myself, you know. Um, yeah, like you hug someone and you don't want to let go. Your children love you. They really do. Oh my God, it's just beautiful. I love it. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Okay. And notice the word embrace has the same beginning, two letters as the word empress, as the empress. Both of them begin with E and M. So keep in mind of I don't know why that would be important, really. Empress. I just couldn't help but point out that connection. So maybe um there's something with an E and an M. I think you need to I think it's related to your kindred spirit. Um yeah. It's like I feel like I'm talking to you. I don't know who you are, but I really do feel like I'm talking to you right now. Um yeah, E and M. I don't know what the initials are. Embrace and Empress, maybe it's your children. Um, wow. High Priestess, your intuition, you know. And if you haven't yet, pay very close attention to your dreams. If you can write them down, write them down. So that way you can refer back to them at a later time. Okay. Let's get some advice cards. Ooh, this is long. I know. All right, let's get to some advice cards. Three advice cards for Capricorn women in reference to love for this first half of June of 2020. And I'm seeing that new love. The Ace of Cups was at the bottom and one set. The Moon. There's confusion. There was something going on, especially here with those of you who are in a relationship. There's some confusion. There's going to be light shed on it. So again, like the mothers here, I would definitely pay attention to the dreams. It's going to help to clarify what's going on. Music I'm hearing is important for you at this time. Listening to some kind of music, peaceful uh, music that'll help you fall asleep and allow you to get into that dream state to receive the downloads that you need to receive. Okay, I don't know who I'm talking to. I know I'm talking to somebody because I'm talking and looking into my mic as if I'm like you're right here with me. All right, let's get some advice cards, please. And thank you. I'm getting the High Priestess again. It's heavy. I don't know why. I'm going to put the High Priestess here because she came out twice. Yeah, okay. And I'm going to take these. That's a lot of cards. Oh. And we're going to make it there. Okay. Something's over, ladies. Whatever was from the past, whatever issues there were, it's over. It's over. Dead, done, and over. Okay. Definitely pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your synchronicities. You know what your signs and omens are. Okay, you know what they mean to you. I would definitely take a moment to take a deep breath. Let's take a deep breath now. Breathe it out, right? We're going to breathe in one more time. We're going to breathe in through our noses like we're smelling. Think of something that you enjoy the smell of. So you're smelling, in through your nose and blowing out birthday candles. That kind of a thing. I smell perfume. It's oceany. It's pretty. It's light. It has reminds me of the ocean right away. Kind of like pink sands. I'm not sure, but It reminds me of the ocean. So something with the ocean too. Okay. Something with water. I'm not sure what it is, but it's something with water. And when you see these signs, when you have these dreams, pay attention to them, pay close attention to them when you wake up. Try to remember as much detail as you can, because that's going to lead you to your next new beginning. And this new beginning is related to family, the home, okay? It could be a home, or something related to home and family, or a new job opportunity, new business venture, something to do with finances, something to do with career. Okay. When this comes, when you receive that new beginning, you already know what new direction you want to go in. And I say that here, normally Two of Wands, it's like, you got to make a decision. But in most of the images of the tarot cards that I've seen, including this one here, the character in the card already has made that decision. They're usually already holding the object in their hand. So you already know what direction you would like to go in. So once it comes forth, once this beginning comes, you know what direction you want to go in. And don't don't let anyone or anything, right? Sorry. um like if you receive some sort of a love message, if you receive some sort of like, oh, take me back, or some nonsense or whatever, you know what, don't let it bother you. Okay, don't let it bother you. Don't get caught up in your head thinking, well, what if, none of that. You're gonna need to keep moving. You know the direction you want to go in. Once you get this new opportunity, that's the direction you need to go in, and that's the passion you need to follow. Okay. um, yeah, I'm trying to see if there's anything. One thing I am missing. Oh, we got pentacles here. We don't have enough pentacles, so I would definitely recommend that you ground yourself. And in almost every reading, I say it: meditation and prayer. That's going to help you with grounding, alignment. Um, finding the answers within that you need. Okay, and don't let yourself get wrapped up in your head if you think things are too good to be true. It's your opportunity, it's your life, and you need to um, take charge of it. You need to go in the direction that you know is best for you. All right, Capricorn ladies, I really enjoyed this um, read, and I appreciate you for allowing me to give you this message. I appreciate you for sticking it out this long to hear it. So I wish you the best positive vibes for this first half of June, and I will see you in the next half. Talk to you then. Bye.